Hey guys, I know it's been a minute, but this is the Reptile room tour. Just a moment, we're gonna head inside the Reptile room and get to check it out. So let's head in there. Welcome to the Reptile room. This time, it's at nighttime. It's definitely a unique feel. But you guys can get kind of a look at all the animals that we have here at Nate's Exotics. We got the clipboard back here, but we're gonna start at this corner of the room. So this corner doesn't have any animals right now. It's been home for many animals in the past: African fat tails, leopard geckos, things like that, fosters, things along that line. Hopefully when our breeding picks up, we can use this incubator to incubate the eggs, of course. This used to be an old thing that I kept bugs in. Unfortunately, I know it's going to be news to a lot of you guys, but we no longer have bugs. Not like feeder bugs like crickets or mealworms, but our isopods and springtails that we had have pretty much all been sold. That doesn't mean that we don't want to do bug breeding in the future. It just means that we're not currently doing that. We're hoping to do that here in the coming months with some feeder bugs and bring back some isopods and stuff. But right now our priority is taking care of our animals, our own animal well-being, and then of course breeding some of our animals. So definitely, we have some things, but besides this tub here that can be converted into something, so just keep your eyes out for that. We also have an extra hide, a water dish, some things, but let's move on to the first rack. This is the first rack. We're gonna start at the very bottom and work our way up. This is our smaller rack. We have two racks there of varying sizes. This is the smaller of the two. It holds pretty much all of our geckos, and right now. So, by I mean pretty much, I mean all. So all of our geckos do live here. This is where some bugs used to live, things like that. Some old things that I have to get rid of. Our mini fridge, which has some bugs and blue-tongued skink food in it, but nothing much. A lot of those bugs we're freezing just so that they don't go completely bad, but they'll probably have to go pretty soon. Anyways, from there, we get to say hi to Cosmo. Now, if you're not aware, Cosmo has been going through some serious health problems, and, we're looking for all the support that we can get. This is Cosmo. She's really small right now. It's not that we miscare for her, because if you're a longtime viewer, you know she was a lot bigger. She has her eyes closed because she's just taking in the lamp right there. You're gonna know that she definitely wasn't in this state her whole life. She's around 10 years old, and she recovered from an egg passing incident, but it did lead to some unfortunate wounds on her neck because she was continuously regurgitating things, and unfortunately she is not in good health right now. I know she's got some she's got some stuck shed, and we're pretty much all aware of that, but there's not 100% anything. We've been slowly helping her get the stuck shed off, and we've been concerned about her health. She has made a rebound. She was around 50 grams. Now she's up to around 55. So she has put on the weight. Obviously, it's not where we want her to be. Her tail is really small right now. But she's been getting the nutrients, food that she needs. So, but if you guys want to see her and how we have to take care of her, you can go back to other ones that we've held her before. But if you want to see an updated care video on how we take care of her now that she's ill and she's hurting, please let us know. We're hoping for prayers in all forms. We do not know how much longer she has, but we're optimistic that she will continue and be the OG reptile that she is. I've had her for 8 years, so it's sad to see her unhappy and unhealthy. but she is on the ups for now. We have 2 enclosures on this next rack. One home to a baby leopard gecko named Flurry, and one home to my 2 African fat-tailed geckos. So we're going to start with Flurry. I'm going to bring her out onto the bed. I'm going to bring her in enclosure because I can just shift it out. She's really young. She's not super handleable, so we've got to be gentle, okay? All right. Now, Flurry is the newest addition to the reptile room. She's a small baby leopard gecko. She's a Max Snow patternless. So we're just gonna. Hi. She doesn't like to be held. It's not that she's, super finicky. She starts and then she gets better as you hold her. So I'm gonna see if I can pick her up. If not, you guys do get a nice view of her here. It's probably the best view, but yeah, this is the newest animal here. Never been on a reptile room tour before, so Flurry, ladies and gentlemen. So I did get to hold her here. So this is Flurry, like I said. She's definitely the finikiest animal we have here. But a beautiful animal. Like, look at the pattern. Now what I'm going to do is grab some food, and hopefully we can feed her. But yeah, this is Flurry. This is my arm. She's a little girl. We're hoping. But she's beautiful nonetheless. So yeah, definitely a cool animal. This is a great size meal for her. These are all small enough, so hopefully she comes out and tries to grab one, because these guys are, oh, she did. Look at that. Look at that. Pure strength here. I like to show feedings on this channel, so you guys get an idea. I'm going to put these guys in the cover. I find that it works easiest. Some of these guys are going to get away, but if she can understand what's going on, she's going to get a nice snack there. Some of these guys are going to walk away, definitely, but she's pretty good at hunting most of the prey down, and she's also pretty good at not eating it if she's not hungry. So she's going to grab this one. She's going to go all the way around to grab that one. She knocked another one out with her foot, which is probably going to be the one she goes for next. I lie. It seems as though she's going to strike at one in the actual dish, so it's pretty chill. She eats both crickets, mealworms. Hopefully we're going to try to find some silkworms that are smaller, some other sources of protein. But yeah, so she's still really small right now, so we're looking to ultimately provide a diet that best suits her. She's going to chase the one that just went by the plant down. We're hoping that she grows at a pretty steady pace. She's a little one now. And our hope is to put it with our male, who, although is a big guy right now, he's not particularly very old. But that will be in about a year's time. So I'm not really, thinking about the project now. All right, I'm going to put her back and grab our next animal. These are our next animals. These guys are African fat-tailed geckos. So if you know geckos, you may know these guys. They do have some gunk up here. Thought I had cleaned it off, but sometimes it goes white, transparent. It's hard to see, but that means I gotta come back in and hit it. That's all it means. These are my African fat-tailed geckos. Last expo that I went to, I was looking for these guys, and unfortunately, I did not find any. And instead found a leopard gecko that I really did want. So that was the pickup. I'm still on the lookout for another African fat-tailed gecko. Because, well, as you can see with this bin here, it's not particularly terribly smaller. And I'm also getting probably some other form of shelving as well. Because I do want to breed these guys. It's been a dream animal of mine. I love African fat-tailed geckos. In just a sec, let's grab one. We are now down on the floor. This is my female African fat-tailed gecko. I got these guys about a year ago. She has some stuff on her, some stuck dust, things like that. So I've been keeping the humidity a lot higher in their enclosure, just to try to get it off. And also means I could have to give them a bath, but that's okay. I'm not really concerned about that in a negative way. Instead, I'm looking at it in a positive way. Ooh, she's running. Yeah, but this is the female. She's had one clutch of eggs since she had her, and they've been infertile. So I'm waiting on that second clutch, but I was also looking for another male as well, or another female, to just change the biodiversity of the animals that we have, just to maybe encourage them to breed more. I'm not saying I'm trying to force them to breed, and if they don't want to breed and are infertile, that is okay as well, because I do love having all of these animals as pets. But, you know, a dream animal to hatch and care for would be an African fat tail. So this is the female. One clutch of eggs, and I've had them for a while. So, you know, gotta keep our eyes out. Hopefully they do lay more eggs. It's hard to tell with her. She does tend to blossom in weight sometimes, and that usually means eggs, and she's definitely put on the weight. So I'm hoping for eggs for her, but we never know. But these are my African fat-tail geckos. Their names are Echo and Zephyr. So this is Echo, and the male's name is Zephyr. All right, from there, we're gonna move on to the top of the rack. I did not mean for this video to be so long, but it is gonna be so long. And here is, of course, the man of the hour, the goofball, the machine, Orion. He is a male leopard gecko. He had a friend in here not that long ago. You could probably see me, actually. Hello. He had a friend in here not that long ago. A female friend. It was a summer foster, but she was allowed to come in here with this man, who just disappeared. Sometimes he really does like pets, but he's a male. Orion is the biggest goofball. He thinks there's always food, and he actually likes to be pet, which is definitely very interesting. This is his habitat. You can kind of get a good view from, you know, how he's living. We got him after the African fat tails, so he's been here probably around a year. Most of the animals I haven't had more than 2 years, except for Cosmo. I did have more reptiles than that, but they unfortunately passed away. But Orion here is the biggest goofball, and by far one of the greatest animals to just work with, because he's so kind and so passionable. So with that, we're gonna move to the final rack of the video, where our final two animals reside. These next two animals I'm not going to provoke and grab, but in this enclosure that's really wet right now, we have my American blue-tongued skink, the largest in the world. She's around 34 inches. She's a little smaller just due to a tail deformity when I got her. A previous owner burnt the end of her tail off. She was given to a guy. The guy gave it to me. She's around 5 years old, which makes her the second oldest animal in the room behind Cosmo. I got her when she was around 4. She came here slightly after the guy above her. But yeah, this is her. So hi, Nala. Bingo. So Nala lives in these 40-gallon breeder. I do try to tuck the hide back so she can't get back there, but she finds her way back there every time. It's her favorite spot. I have tried to incorporate plants a couple of times, but unfortunately, she's taken the plants out. So we're gonna try again here fairly soon, and hopefully third time's the charm. All right, from here, we're gonna move on to our final animal. Now this enclosure holds our final animal, who I'm not gonna grab either because he's kind of tucked himself in already. This is Maximus, our bearded dragon, and arguably, once again, our most kind animal. Bearded dragons are always that way, but they do produce a lot of waste, so look into it before you get them. Maximus is over a year old now. He's still not 100% fully grown, but he is starting to get big, so definitely something. We got him when he was only 3 months old, and he was a little guy. But we had a bearded dragon before him named Ego. Ego came to us with a rescue and broken bones in his front legs, and he lived with us for about a year before passing away my freshman year. And right after that, we got Maximus, and I am now in my junior year, so we've had Maximus for a minute as well. Cosmo I've had since I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, but yeah. So Maximus was the 2nd longest tenured animal. Oh, and now he's completely hidden. Where are you going? So he's getting ready to go to bed. That's what he's getting ready to do. Because around 8 o'clock, these lights switch up at around 8:30. He goes to bed. But he preps himself. He goes to bed. He does have a bed pitch reads bed. Sleeps on there sometimes. He sleeps in the middle of these two, like rock and this, because it provides him a nice cozy area. In his mind, he likes to sleep on the rock, the back. So this is his kind of ideal sleeping area. And I do take him out to sleep on me. So I think that's a wrap. So if you have any, comments, concerns, animals that you really want updates on, video ideas, please let us know. We're always changing, we're always evolving for better ways, We just want to learn just as much as you guys want to give. So thank you guys all for listening. Good night. Peace out. We love you guys. Reptile Army. You guys are amazing. Peace.